What CharlieWoods did after facing a series of setbacks is what genuinely stunned Tiger Woods. It's also the reason the golfing community hasn't stopped discussing him. It wasn't about the drive that went astray, the rough start in his first round, or even leaving early from one of junior golf's most prominent tournaments. The focus is on his reaction, the choice to return to the spotlight with courage after experiencing a humbling moment in front of everyone.
Charlie.
There was a quiet moment during CharlieWoods' week at Trinity Forest that few casual fans noticed, but it may end up shaping his career more than any trophy ever could. The 76th U.S. Junior Amateur Championship in Dallas wasn't just another stop on the junior circuit. It was being framed as Charlie's coming out stage, the son of Tiger Woods stepping onto a course designed to test not only skill, but character, patience, and resilience. Anticipation was electric. Spectators packed the fairways, phones were raised before he even swung, and just steps behind him walked Tiger Woods, silent and observant, a presence impossible to ignore. Charlie wasn't treated like any other 16-year-old competitor. He was a storyline, every shot dissected, every reaction magnified. From the opening tee, something felt off. The confidence that carried him through strong qualifying rounds earlier in the summer seemed muted. Drives veered offline, tempo looked rushed in the course, unforgiving by nature, punished the smallest errors. By the fifth hole, what had begun as a shaky started grown heavier. Missed fairways stacked up. Approach shots came from tricky lies. Instead of going for pins, he found himself scrambling to stay in play. Trinity Forest is relentless survival golf, doesn't work there. The layout demands commitment, precision, and emotional control, and none of those were in Charlie's favor that day. When he finished the first round on the 18th green, the scoreboard told a brutal story, 81 strokes, near the bottom of the leaderboard at 242nd out of 264 players. A tournament many hoped would mark his breakout, instead became a public collapse. Statistics painted a clearer picture. Only 3 fairways hit on a championship layout. Nearly every hole beginning in trouble thick rough, blocked angles, recovery shots just to stay in play. His iron play suffered, shots flying long, short, or offline. Birdie opportunities were almost non-existent. On the greens, he averaged 35 putts, short ones rolling past the hole, lag putts finishing far from the cup. 4 double bogeys filled his card, each one heavier than the last. The confident stride seen in earlier events gave way to slow, deliberate steps, a visible sign of the mental weight he carried. The most striking part wasn't the numbers, it was the silence behind him. Tiger Woods didn't step in with advice, crouch to guide a putt, or offer encouragement as he had at past junior events. He simply walked, arms folded, expression unreadable. Reporters noted the tension. There were no fist bumps, no pep talks, just a father watching his son navigate one of the toughest rounds of his life. Charlie glanced back toward his dad several times, not panicked, but uncertain, searching for reassurance. None came. Tiger's quiet presence spoke louder than words. This wasn't Tiger the coach, it was Tiger the witness, letting his son feel the full weight of competition without a safety net. Amid the struggles, there were glimpses of promise. On the back 9, Charlie made 2 birdies, including a confident putt on the par 3/13. For a short stretch, his swing looked freer, tempo steadied, and the crowd leaned in. It didn't lead to a full comeback, but it showed that his game hadn't vanished. Despite the 81, he hadn't lost everything. Analysts dissected performance, debating whether he was ready for this level and pointing to the immense psychological pressure of carrying the Woods name. But this round wasn't merely technical, it was emotional, mental. Expectation collided with reality all at once, and for many teenagers, a day like this would linger, eroding confidence and tempting a mental withdrawal. Charlie Woods did not give in. When he returned for round 2, the difference was clear. He wasn't flawless, but he was composed. Fairways came easier, approach shots had more shape and intent, reckless errors vanished, and, most importantly, the emotional spiral was gone. He played golf instead of fighting it. Shooting 74, 3 over par, with no double bogeys or collapses, wasn't spectacular in isolation, but in context, it was remarkable. After one of the most public struggles of his young career, in front of the brightest spotlight he'd faced, Charlie responded with maturity. He didn't save the tournament. He finished at +4, missing the cut by 12 strokes, but he had proven something far bigger: resilience. TigerWoods never spoke publicly about it, and he didn't need to. Observers noticed a change. The silence shifted from disappointment to understanding. Charlie had not folded, withdrawn, or blamed the course, pressure, or expectations he had carried since birth. He had shown up again, and that was what left Tiger speechless. Tiger knows better than anyone what it takes to succeed in golf. He knows greatness is forged in moments like this: public failure, private resolve, and the choice to step back into the fire rather than away from it. CharlieWoods doesn't just play golf. He carries a name that reshaped the sport. Every result is magnified, every stumble analyzed. His performance at Trinity Forest wasn't judged like other juniors. It became a referendum on his future, an impossible burden for a 16-year-old. What fans witnessed wasn't a finished product. It was a teenager learning in real time the cost of elite competition. The fearless, clutch version of Charlie seen in prior events didn't fully emerge. Instead, we saw something raw, human, and unpolished. Great careers aren't only shaped by smooth ascents, they're defined by how a player responds when things fall apart. Charlie's week in Dallas was humbling, painful, and public, but it was formative. He didn't quit, hide, or vanish. He adapted. He competed. He finished. Missing the cut by 12 shot stings, but the experience of standing on a tee with TigerWoods behind him, cameras rolling, and the world watching, that is a lesson no junior ranking can quantify. The dream didn't end at Trinity Forest. It collided with reality. Reality in golf is the ultimate teacher. Charlie left the course without headlines, trophies, or highlight reels, but he carried something else: understanding pressure, resilience, and the proof that he could stand back up under scrutiny. That's what Tiger saw, which is why he stayed silent. Some lessons aren't explained, they're endured. This chapter didn't end in triumph. It ended in growth. For CharlieWoods, this may have been the true beginning of his journey. No one could call him just Tiger's kid again. When Charlie entered the tournament, ranked 604th, most junior golf analysts hadn't even noticed him. He wasn't the favorite. He wasn't the story, just another name on the tee sheet. 3 days later, his name was everywhere, not for whispered potential, but for evidence. A 15 under par total, including a closing 66 with 8 birdies, stunned the field. Yet it wasn't the scorecard alone that captured attention. It was who he beat and how. Competing against 4 of the nation's top 5 juniors, including number 1 Miles Russell, Charlie didn't merely edge them out, he dominated, finishing 3 strokes ahead in one of the most competitive junior events of the year. This wasn't luck, it was a methodical, disciplined dismantling of elite competition. ESPN and Golf Digest covered the story, but even headlines couldn't convey the shift. This was a reintroduction. For the first time, fans, coaches, and players began seeing him as more than Tiger's son, a serious contender in his own right. For juniors accustomed to the Woods name, Charlie became a real-time threat. The legacy had returned, but with its own swing, stride, and story. There's a difference between playing well and playing with presence. Charlie had both. He didn't rely on momentum, he created it. Each hole, each birdie, each strategic decision was a statement. He was no longer waiting for recognition. He was claiming it. At Streamsong, Tiger didn't arrive for publicity, press conferences, or fanfare. He came for something deeper, to witness his son stand alone. Observers noticed Tiger's unusual body language, no swing analysis, no coaching notes, just leaning forward, elbows on knees, quietly following every shot with reverence. Golf Monthly called his presence unexpected, given Tiger's recovery from a torn Achilles. And yet, there he was, not limping along fairways, but showing up when it mattered. Sports Kia noted Tiger's pride, awe, and emotion, capturing a rare smile, not a champion, but a father. Those closest to the scene swore he wiped his eyes, perhaps sweat, perhaps sun, or perhaps something more profound. After the round, when asked about Charlie's performance, Tiger spoke simply. Proud doesn't even begin to cover it. No long quotes, no speeches, he let the moment speak. This wasn't Tiger scouting future greatness. It was Tiger watching his legacy unfold. No swing advice, no media spin, just front row observation of a performance, proving his son no longer needed to borrow the spotlight. That day, Tiger didn't cast a shadow, he stood in it, smiling. The defining moment came quietly on the 18th green. Charlie faced a delicate birdie putt as the Florida sun dipped low, shadows stretching across ball-on aisles. The gallery leaned in. Charlie read the line, stroked the putt, and dropped it straight in. No fist pump, no roar, just a walk to the hole, a nod, and a tap of his cap. Outside the ropes, Tiger reacted. A cameraman caught the iconic shot. Tiger, seated, biting his cheek, misty-eyed, sunglasses off, head tilted slightly. This wasn't reaction to a score. It was witnessing a door open, one he had once kicked down himself. The emotion was raw, unfiltered, a generational release. Tiger's tear didn't signify pride in victory. It marked seeing his son fully become. For context, TigerWoods at 16 was already called a future of golf. Charlie's path had been quieter, more scrutinized, but in that moment, under the same sky, he demonstrated poise rooted in purpose, not pressure. Tiger saw something rare, not a copy of his swing, but a voice forming, a legacy taking shape. That single putt may have meant more than all the majors combined. Tiger wasn't writing the story, he was turning the page. This wasn't about Instagram or viral clips. It was about earning respect authentically. Walking off the course with a 3-stroke lead and 15 under, Charlie didn't need celebration. The attention followed the performance rather than preceding it. He didn't inherit success. He earned it. Before Stream Song, Charlie had 5 AJ events under his belt. Best finish a tie for 25th. Critics whispered. Fans doubted. Locker room chatter questioned whether he actually had it. The performance was a rebuttal, not with words, but with birdies. The field was stacked national champions, elite recruits, top-tier juniors. Charlie beat them all with discipline, calm, and focus under pressure. One stroke at a time, he reshaped the narrative. This wasn't a breakout. It was a blueprint. What sets this moment apart is its sustainability. It wasn't a one-off streak. It was steady, controlled, intentional. That's the kind of golf that wins titles. The mindset that turns promise into profession. CharlieWoods isn't just arriving, he's already unpacking. Every legacy starts with one swing, but it's what comes next that defines an era. His victory vaulted him from 64th to 14th in the rankings, punching his ticket to the Junior Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass, a proving ground for elite juniors, the same course where Tiger won twice. Charlie will walk it not with pressure, but with purpose. Precision, decisions, nerves, he's ready. College recruiters and coaches have taken notice. A year ago, some may have written him off. Now, they wonder if they've already missed their chance. The question now is simple. How far can this go?